I'm Rhiannon Scott. I'm the Executive Director for Coastal Watch Association. It has been nonstop just battles on situations that I didn't know about living in the city itself. I didn't know about all of the environmental injustice going on until I came on to this organization. I took the job because I like being a part of the community. I ran a nonprofit for 10 years prior to coming on to this organization, and then I worked with the Corpus Christi Fire Department. So I've always worked within the community. I have a healthcare background. I'm going to nursing school. So my calling is to help others, help the community. So that's why I'm here. We have a lot of fights out in Ingleside, and we're trying to really focus on a healthier community through action. We've learned that the community really just doesn't know what's going on in their backyard. So we're trying to bring that education to them with town hall meetings, directing them to our Facebook page and website to just let them know what's going on. Instead of just asking them to come and fight with us, it's, well, this is why we're fighting. This is what's going to happen. This was what has happened. So we're really focusing more on the educational background with the community, and not just asking them to fight without knowing why they're fighting. So the biggest issue we have found is that people want to be behind scenes. They don't want to go and talk out against organizations, whether it be because, they have family members working there, or they themselves are working there, or they just don't want to be in the spotlight. It's more of, oh, I can sign a postcard and stay behind the scenes. That's what we're running into. They don't want to come and actually speak out and be in the spotlight, or go to council meetings and speak out, or go to the public hearings, because they just don't feel comfortable, or they may not be able to. So that's our biggest hurdle, is getting people to actually show up to these public hearings and comments and stuff like that. We just had a huge win with the solar farm. I came on board and we were really hitting the pavement with that. So it was going to go on the wetlands, which is so weird to, as an environmentalist group, to fight against solar farms. You're like, solar farms are great, we want to do solar farms. And so it wasn't really that was what we were fighting. It was the fact of the placement of where it was going to be. And the wetlands are important to the ecosystem. So that's why we were fighting it. It was the port wanting to come in and do that. And Ingleside City Council, been there a couple of times where they talked about it. And at first we thought that they were going to be on board. And then when they brought in subject matter with the actual port, information wasn't shared, and it turned the council so quick. It was actually interesting to see and watch. It was like, we're not going to win this one, to all of a sudden, okay, we're not going to do it. We're not going to approve this solar farm fight. And so it was unexpected win that was exciting. So yeah, that was a good win recently. I had no clue. I grew up on Industry Row. I grew up right there on the port, and I remember hearing things from family members, from people in the neighborhood, about how they were destroying the neighborhood, they wanted to buy our homes, or they were going to kick us out. So I always had a negative feeling towards industry. And then it kind of switched gears when I started doing nonprofit work and actually asking them for help, to help these kids, and then helping with the community, with the fire department. So, and then now going back to, okay, we're doing that again. It has been a very difficult challenge to get through, because there's just so much that negativity around it. That's kind of why I'm here too, and what I preach when I'm talking to the community. It's, while there's a need, it doesn't have to be a negative need. The placement of things, monitoring the regulatory, that's what we are focusing on, and that's what my push is. We just need to regulate and to be more involved in what they're doing.